Hello everyone and now welcome to a 2v2 matchup, Shocker and Lion going up against Deeds and ToX, or Shocky and Lion going up against Deeds and ToX. Let's go ahead and break things here into break things down here, what's going to be going on. We are looking at, well, what Shocker spotting as the red undead. Wait, the colors are so, why do I even get that lag? Okay. And excuse me, yeah, the red and blue, all of that was all a little bit funny. We have Shocker spawning as the blue undead. His partner will be Teal as a Teal undead. He will be going up against Tox off over here as the red undead, and then finally the lonely night elf here as the red night elf. So Night Elf Undead versus Undead Mirror, or Undead match here on Vile Reef. A map that I don't know all too much about. It looks like it is just symmetrical down the middle. You have the corners, and you do have, well, a number of fairly easy to take gold mines. Almost what, 3 gold mines per corner of the map. And well, there's also a lot of just water on the map here. So interesting to note. Let's see. I'm looking at the water. I'm trying to see if it like tears or anything. And surprisingly, the water still looks pretty decent and good, even though this is the classic Warcraft 3 graphics. I know exactly what I'm looking at, and I could say that the water is a little bit more stylistic than, well, super high res. All right, yeah, okay, that looks like 2002 graphics, but still, at least I know what I'm looking at. What are we going to be looking at in this match up here? Hero choices are going to be, well, Crypt Lord and Death Knight going up against a Keeper of the Grove and a Death Knight. Death Knight with Crypt Fiends is going to be the opening coming in from Deeds. That's going to be a little bit later the Teal team seems to want to be pushing the Night Elf. All right, Wisp already coming back across, always works, no problem. 2-tower Ghoul, fast expansion, always work versus Elf. Well, I guess Shocky is just trying to give a little bit of advice, trying to figure out what the strategy is going to be. And, well, we know what to expect now. All right, Crypt Fiend going to be backing away back on the Blight, perhaps starting to attack here. Where is that Death Knight? Death Knight is a little bit late, trying to get in a little bit of damage on some of those guys. There's another shot right there. Is it actually going to hit him? Yes, it does, and they do aggro back. So there's this long walk back and forth. Skeleton minions also now joining in on the battle, as we're going to be seeing, well, fighting at the edge of that Blight right there. All right, both sides going to be able to get a little bit of experience, not quite get to level 2, which would be very important. And the map, actually, as I look at it, does seem like there is a bit of walking distance between each of those locations here. So you should be able to comfortably clear out your own green creep camp. Having a level 2 advantage, or having a 1 level advantage over your opponent is, well, incredibly strong, as well you have access to a little bit more damage, and also those additional spells will mean that it is harder for your opponent's units to try and escape. We are going into this fast expansion coming in from Lion off over here, or I don't know how to say his name, so I'm just going to call him a Lion here, as the units are just still wandering around again. All right, so Lion9 here going to be fast expanding. Are we going to see the same fast expansion coming in from the undead? I don't believe so. Meanwhile, Crypt Fiends trying to clear this area out here. Maybe 3 Crypt Ghoul, Gargoyle, Abomination. Wow, so Shocker, I'm going to try and transition into 3 Ghoul Garg, or 3 Crypt Ghoul Gargs, and then Abomination, with the additional gold coming in from Lion's expansion here that's already getting established. All right, coming back in from the other side here, there is this large gap across here. So without an easy way to access from the back, this expansion is fairly well protected. We are looking at a bit of engagement, a bit of beetles could end up getting taken down. There goes one beetle, another beetle could get finished off here, off on the other side, as we're looking at, well, red and blue trying to battle it out here. All right, a couple of early ensnares. That could be bad news indeed, as the Crypt Fiends are just absorbing a fair amount of damage. Level 6 Jungle Stalker still joining in on the battle. That 30 to 36 damage as a huge impale comes across here. Death Knight of Deeds quickly gets out of that situation, knowing that he cannot stick around. Battling it on through. That impale was absolutely timely. Meanwhile, we are going into an expansion here. Will RT God be able to hold back Well, the expansion that is coming in from Lion as well. We are looking at the Keeper of the Grove sitting at level 3, creeping rather aggressively, and with level 2 Entangle, perhaps, that could be enough to start shutting down some of those Crypt Fiends. Even a Goblin Shredder now joined in on the fight. Well, Goblin Shredder joining in on the fight has a good amount of, well, medium or normal damage, as it's going to head back home and try to harvest some lumber. All right, we're looking at double undead venturing forth into the other base here. We are looking at a large number of ghouls. Are we going to perhaps see some archers? What is going on? RT God should quickly be seen what is going on here, as we're going to be looking at some damage already added up. All right, it looks like one ghoul going to get taken down, another ghoul easily going to get taken out, but he should perhaps know that he is going to get some early pressure as well. Trent's now joining in on the battle here field. Meanwhile, the Tree of Life is getting pressured in. Shocker is going to go ahead and stay with the undead. Thank you for the tooltip notes here, as the Death Knight now wanders its way down. All right, coming back across, Crypt Fiend's going to try and put in some pressure. We are looking at Undead Death Knight, with Crypt Fiends pushing back against the Undead Death Knight Crypt Fiends with an Illusion Crypt Lord as well. All right, Scroll of Town Portal, in order to get away, where are they going to teleport back down to? And there is, well, some Cyclone. Are we perhaps going to get some repairs? That is the question here. Repairing, trying to get underway. They're up to 36 hit points. The Cyclone, is it going to last long enough? No, it is not. The Crypt Lord ends up being able to escape, but a number of ghouls are going to get lost in this escape right there. And, well, RT God already sitting at level 4, as we're looking to look at another volley finishing off that ghoul. Meanwhile, back down to the south here, we're looking at two, well, undead versus undead mirror match in literally every sense of the word. Crypt Fiends Death Knight going up against Crypt Fiend Death Knight. Well, Lich now joins up onto the battle here. Are we going to perhaps see a Frost Nova, as it looks as though Shocky realizes he should not be sticking around in this fight at all, especially with that home field advantage of a fast crypt. Coming back through, archers are here. We're going to try and engage. They're actually hugging very close to that tree line. Where is that keeper? Oh, Alchemist now joining in, and we can see actually a lot of damage come here. There's a big impale, and all of a sudden, what looked like a great attack is all going to become a very, very, well, massive retreat, as the Keeper of the Grove and all these other units are going to try and retreat back here. Are we going to see an entangle? Nope, no entangle needed, as ghouls are just falling to the left and to the right here. We should be looking at a little bit more damage. Forest Troll Shadow Priest about to get taken down, as the units are retreating back. Meanwhile, back down to the south here, Death Knight trying to save some of his own Crypt Fiends. Shocker in a little bit of trouble, as the Lich is able to get in some Frost Novas and cause a little bit of disruption. Back off to the north here, Keeper of the Grove has been entangling ghouls for quite a bit. There goes an entangle onto the Crypt Lord. Crypt Lord could end up getting taken down. No, not taken out. Scroll of Town Portal down to 38 hit points, as one lone ghoul is going to be retreating back. Meanwhile, back on the other side, it's like two tug-of-war battles, push and pull constantly, as the Lich now comes in from Shocker, and his presence is quickly made known, trying to slow things down. Hey, Anna, how are you doing? Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, I'm sure I cast a couple of your games already. Level 4, level 1, going to go ahead and try and put pressure here. Spirit Towers, however, in this 2v2 matchup, or it almost feels like two 1v1 matchups happening simultaneously, as both players, or the north, south, and south side, are playing nearly separate games. We'll see how both Shocky and Lion end up transitioning into the mid portion as they start working together. All right, entangle onto an Acolyte here. Trent's taking a lot of damage, but that is a lot of Spirit Towers. Glaive Throwers will be needed to try and break this formation, as the Alchemist, with a, well, Ring of Protection +3, makes him very difficult to take out. However, an Impale could quickly do that there, as the Alchemist now is in trouble. No Acid Bomb, no way to get out there. Keeper of the Grove already in trouble here. Are we going to see a little bit more damage go down there, as the Keeper of the Grove tries to back away? Keeper of the Grove down to 223 hit points, backing away right now. Who's going to come out on top? Keeper of the Grove or that Crypt Lord? Keeper of the Grove actually moving a little bit faster, and now backing off the other side again. All right, Crypt Lord is not on Blight, so Keeper of the Grove is now fighting at night. So this is a situation of who's getting more regeneration, and neither of them is getting that much regeneration. Coming back through, Death Knight going to go ahead and finish off this Jungle Stalker down here. Hit points extremely low on both sides here. However, the Crypt Lord able to use that Ritual Dagger to regenerate some hit points here. Meanwhile, back down to the south as well, and we're looking at the, well, Red Undead trying to clear up this Ziggurat that was placed down right inside his expansion. He wants to be able to set up an expansion easily, as Shocker or Shocky now sitting at level 3, level 2 on his Death Knight and Lich. Back here, Criplord sitting at level 3, Keeper of the Grove sitting at level 4, Alchemist already quickly resurrected, has an Orb of Venom. And is that Orb of Venom going to stay on that Alchemist or be given to the Keeper of the Grove? Makes more sense on the Keeper of the Grove from a bit of distance standpoint. All right, a Dragon Turtle. All right, a Dragon Turtle, very difficult to take out, is magic immune. You can take a look at, even though it has heavy armor, so that's one of the reasons why level 10 creeps are so difficult to take out. They usually have heavy armor, and even though heavy armor are normally supposed to be taken out with magic attack, they are also magic immune as well. All right, RT God finally getting up this expansion up and running, but it looks as though it may be under duress before it even really is able to produce anything new. Keeper of the Grove needs to be coming back in from the north here, and then at least try and protect this location as one Ancient of Lore is already getting taken out. Meanwhile, the other side here, we're looking at Deeds clearing out some creep camps here as another Ancient of Lore, nope, not going to get taken out. There is a quick entangle and adding in damage across multiple units. RT God doing a great job spreading all of that poison around to multiple units there. But, well, with Ritual Dagger, we'll see how what comes across here. Keeper of the Grove trying to finish off some more of those units. Another Ghoul could get taken out. Well, let's take a look. Down to 51 points of damage. One more shot should finish it off. There it goes. It gets taken out. Meanwhile, the Alchemist finishing off that other back one there. Now, Rings of Protection on an Alchemist really makes a lot of sense. Normally, the Alchemist doesn't have that much armor and has high hit points. By artificially inflating its armor with Rings of Protection, it gives it a lot more life. Meanwhile, a big Impale coming across as Deeds all of a sudden is in trouble here. So Deeds, he's trying to defend, doesn't even have home field advantage that much as he's not fighting on Blight as the Crypt Fiends are backing away. The Crippler getting that impale across multiple units, but a quick silence coming across the other side again as the Wand of the Wind picks things up. Lich trying to get away, but gets blasted in the snow as the Death Knight was up in the air, unable to get that Death Coil off. All right, more engagement underway. We are looking at more attacks, a quick burrow right there, and the units are going to be trying to back away here in just a moment. All right, Burrowed Crypt Fiend stays alive. Cryptlord off to the north here, 57 supply for Shocky, Shocker, 52 supply. Going up against, well, I can't tell what the Night Elf has, and there are no observers. And the minimap is also showing that a building is there when it's clearly, obviously not. All right, yeah, that Cyclone preventing that Death Coil, big deal there. Yes, you can resurrect the Lich. Yes, it was in that high up, but the important thing to note is that it's not gaining experience right now. And by not gaining experience right now, we've seen what the difference between a level 2 or level 3 Lich can make in a battle, as RT God now is under pressure. Chimera is not sticking around here. We are looking at, what is this? Priestess of the Moon, True Shot Aura, Keeper of the Grove, Orb of Venom, and Priestess of the Moon also with the Orb of Venom. So we are looking at the Red Army now pushing across with double Orbs of Venom here, and we're going to see a massive retreat now, try to retreat back. No, RT God also with Orb of Venom as well. Triple Orb of Venom is the strategy from RT God, and well, we've seen how effective that can be in these long, drawn-out games. Just, well, battle of attrition, and when that damage stacks up so quickly, well, yeah, damage mitigation, you need some big heals, and, well, you end up coming down pretty quick. You can see how much damage that Dragon Turtle is taking already. Orb of, well, negative armor on top of that, and that Dragon Turtle quickly gets taken out. Lich's Orb of Corruption coupled with the Alchemist's Acid Bomb being very effective right there. What was the item dropped? Let's take a look. Nope, not that one. Unholy Aura. Well, even if it is Unholy Aura on the Keeper of the Grove, it's probably not that useful. All right, coming back across here, trying to clear out some creep camps. Entangle, Priestess of the Moon is right there. Are we going to get an entangle? Yes, we are. And now the Crypt Lord is going to be forced to burn a Scroll of Town Portal in order to get away. Units still retreating back. You can see that Orb of Venom doing that damage over time again. bottom left-hand side of the map. We're looking at what Deed's trying to protect this location here. Crypt Fiends, many of them are just illusions, but how much focus fire are they going to end up saving, as we see a big Impale and Frost Nova there, stopping many of the repairs. All right, Black Citadel down to 1,300 hit points, but on the rise. We're looking at the engagement here. A couple of webs coming in as the archers coming in from behind too. Healing spray trying to save some of those units as a quick tactical retreat needed as well. All right, couple of skeletal minions in the back once more. And this is just a constant push and pull battle as the ghouls are going to finish off this 6-4-3-4 creep camp. All right. It looks as though Shocky and Lion is doing a good job communicating, transferring gold back and forth. I don't really know if if it really is a random team of battle. I wouldn't believe so. RT God, as we are now transitioning into Mountain Giants. Mountain Giants, incredibly useful. We are getting Chimeras as well. Chimeras extremely useful at trying to take or finish off any ghoul that is trying to get away, as it does have access to the air. And well, RT God, are we going to be looking at? Yes, we are going to be looking at also True Shot Aura level 2 coming online here momentarily. Coming back around on the other side, RT God was trying to set up another expansion. That's quickly going to get shut down once more. Scroll of Town Portal, I don't believe any Wisp will be able to repair. Crypt Lord does have a Scroll of Town Portal. Are we going to see an Impale? Yes, we are. Priestess of the Moon, however, going to be in an okay spot. We are getting in some repairs. No repairs. Tree of Life quickly taken down, but at what cost? 3 ghouls already lost here, and now burning a Scroll of Town Portal. And this might be a situation where you shut down the expansion, but losing, I think, 4 ghouls, 4, maybe even more, and burning a Scroll of Town Portal ends up really losing that battle there. That's one of those situations where you needed to shut down the expansion, but it just wasn't really going to work. All right, let's Scroll of Town Portal, realizing, you know what, I can't stick around in this fight. Low hit point Obsidian Statue getting finished off right before Shocky leaves the fight there. All right, we're looking at expansions. 4,000 gold here, getting established here. This gold mine down to 2,500. This gold mine needs to get cleared up, will be done shortly. This gold mine is not being mined from. Neither is this one. All right, so ToX really not mining that much gold. He's still sitting on one base play and doesn't have any indication that he wants to expand. Meanwhile, the other gold mines, all of the other gold mines are primed and ready to be transitioned into. Meanwhile, we're also looking at, well, I believe Lion with so many towers here. It's just pretty much not worth attacking. All right. All right, a lot of pinging going on. Not quite sure what's happening here. Ghouls were running in a slow line. Dark Ranger, Frost Nova, just more damage coming back to the other side. More skeletal minions could be popping up as well. Is this one ghoul going to get taken out too? A little bit of damage added up. 1 or 2 more shots should finish it off. Dark Ranger should be able to get off an arrow shot right there. Skeletal minion could have walked by, as we're looking at another cancellation here. All right, we're going to go into engagement. There's a skeletal minion, and this is going to turn into a battle here. Crippler is going to try and engage, trying to figure out what units to pick off here. Low hit point Crippling. Dark Ranger getting up to level 3 now. Level 2 lesser or dark minions are going to be helpful. Meanwhile, off here, the Night Elf army is just putting in pressure off again. All right, more damage coming through. We're going to see, well, more damage added in there. Mountain Giant should be able to taunt. Meanwhile, the Alchemist is just trying to heal. Does also have a Scroll of the Beast, but decides not to use it, and instead decides to head back. All right, what is going on here? It looks as though Red was able to rejoin in on the fight, RT God, but ToX decided to retreat back right there. This game has been pretty much non-stop back and forth by both teams, both players constantly. Not quite sure, well, who has the lead right now. We are looking at 73 supply and 50 supply here. More gold getting transferred between the two, as the Undead and Night Elf army is now finally working together here at the 20-minute mark in this game. All right. We are Spirit Towers. Chimeras do not have the siege range upgrade and the siege attack. There's the roar, and this is going to be good for, well, expansion pushing, as we can see here. All right, more damage coming back across. We're looking at the Nerubian Tower about to get taken down, as the, well, undead armies showing up to the south here. Enough repairs here. The Chimera doesn't have that attack, as we're looking at the Chimeras getting in some damage here. All right, a big impale coming in from the it's going to try and pull back once more. Mountain Giants trying to taunt here. Keeper of the Grove is in a little bit of trouble. Is he going to be able to break free? Down to 400 hit points. Healing Spray trying to keep him there. And, well, so many archers focus firing, and that seems to work. All right, however, Alchemist gets Staff of Preservation out at the last moment. Keeper of the Grove gets impaled. No way to heal, and RT God goes down on both his heroes. All right, only one Priestess of the Moon left, but that will not stick around to work very well as the Cryptings are continuing to just put pressure on all those heroes. It looks like a Lich is going to get taken out as well, and it gets taken down. All right, fighting is going very, very poorly for the red team as we're looking at the Priestess of the Moon trying to finish off the Crypt Lord. However, a Death Whale saves right there, 600 hit point heal. Pressure is still adding back up, but the red army is going to be forced to retreat here in just a second. Keeper of the Grove and Alchemist all that down. Undead units being able to heal each other. 2 level 5 Death Knights able to heal back across each other, as well as the Mountain Giants are starting to fall. All right, as Mountain Giants are being left behind here, we may be seeing even higher level undead heroes. Level 4 Lich, level 4 Crypt Lord coming back in. Death Knight down to the south, trying to do a little bit of a pincer play. The Priestess of the Moon trying to engage here. Alchemist was resurrected back at the tavern, apparently, as the undead army of Deeds actually sticking around the fight a little bit longer than it needed to on the backside here. All right, where's the Scroll of Town Portal? A couple of large beetles are going to get finished off. Priestess of the Moon is there. We can see an Owl Scout being used in order to gain a little bit of sight and information. We're going to be getting in some damage here. Level 4 now on the Priestess of the Moon. Level 2 Owl Scout. Are we going to perhaps get some repairs on this Tree of Life? No, we are not. Tree of Life Wisp are all backing away with the presence of a Lich and a Crypt Lord. A nasty 1-2 combination will finish off any of those Wisps. All right. Oh, yeah, you're right. Alchemist got staffed. All right. Alchemist got staffed. You're right. You're right. Oh, there are Goblin Shipyards. I had totally forgotten. No, yeah. Alchemist got staffed. That he wasn't resurrected at the tavern. Keeper of the Grove ended up getting taken down. Thank you for the reminder. All right, back down over here. We're looking at the red army putting in pressure. Scroll of Town Portal trying to get a tactical retreat back out. Armies are just all over the place. Red, well, realizing, hey, you know what? You need some sort of base defense at your expansion. Deeds gonna lose all the acolytes at this expansion right here, as well. He's trying to put pressure off on the other end too. These ziggurats, well. What is okay? All right, a red gold mine with 2 ziggurats being positioned here. That may end up being a very forward base, so to speak, as we're looking at Shocky and Lion looking to place down some additional buildings. And those additional buildings going to work out well. All right, Chimeras finally have that range upgrade that I was talking about earlier, that siege damage, being able to take down these towers from a distance, and that's what was needed much, much earlier. Priestess of the Moon, Keeper of the Grove, does have a Scroll of Town Portal. This is going to be a tactical retreat, trying to finish off the remaining buildings, and that is going to be the retreat out, as well. The units are now on their way back over. All right, Priestess of the Moon sits at level 4, has plenty of mana. Keeper of the Grove, well, has an Orb of Corruption, doesn't have an Orb of Venom, interestingly enough. Coupled, Alchemist is the one with the Orb of Venom, and they're going to go ahead and engage here. There goes an Impale. Keeper of the Grove could be in trouble already, as it gets blasted down to oblivion in just a matter of seconds. Scroll of Town Portal coming in, as we're going to see Web here. Impale on those Mountain Giants, Impale on the Mountain Giants, double Impale, picking up all of those units here, as the Cryptings are just pushing back on the other side here. Chimera is trying to finish things off. Perhaps should be going after obsidian statues instead of anything else, since that they're looking to try and do here, as the Death Knight gets up to level 6. Death Knight is at level 6. It's going to be level 3 Unholy Aura. Yes, it is. No chance for Raised Dead this game, as the Death Knight now backs away. RT God losing multiple Mountain Giants, and I think the tipping point has been reached. Shocky and Lion able to just sit back a little bit. They don't need to be nearly as aggressive, but there is such a large army presence here, shutting down enemy heroes, getting level 6, and those Death Knights, as long as they stay alive and are constantly healing each other, should have no problems whatsoever. All right, Teal now looking to back away once more. There goes that. There goes what Lions. Lions units now trying to retreat back. However, there are still enough mountain giants. Stop. Stop feeding me and make an army. All right, so that is the downside. If you just constantly try and feed, it doesn't always end up working, as one player goes into high upkeep and the other player is still in low upkeep. There, you'd rather have both players in low upkeep with a decent sized army, as micro is still important. uh, all right, coming back across the other side here. We're well, yeah, 37 supply. He's sitting at 37 supply. At least get up to 50 supply so that there's a decent sized army backing you, or you're fighting alongside here. As the red army now pushing their way off to the north here. RT God now pushing in. Does have a couple of mountain giants, and the destructive power of the chimeras and these mountain giants really making short work of these expansions. I was not expecting this at all, and it looks as though, yes, the spirit towers are still going to continue to give experience to the alchemist and the priestess of the moon here. Keeper of the Grove is still getting resurrected, I think. Yes, Keeper of the Grove is still getting resurrected. Meanwhile, down here, Ghouls going to finish off some of these acolytes down to the south as well. Right, Shocker was trying to set up more expansions, not going to be able to do exactly that. Death Knight, no, actually coming back over, and in comes the cavalry to save this forward base, so to speak, as these Ghouls of Deeds are all going to get finished off here. All right, army could get ready to engage here. Where's the red army? Why are they traveling in different directions? This is not... It is not safe out there. It is not safe to go it alone. You need to move out together. And that's exactly what's happening now. Shocker has a 90 supply army. His partner is sitting at 43 right now. And, well, 90 and 43 could be going up against a 70-70, which would be an advantage for the red army here as the units are trying to retreat back. Where are they going to be going next? Double Scroll of Town Portal coming back across. Units are trying to get away. Are they going to be able to, stand together? That is the question, as the Priestess of the Moon getting ready to fight here. All right, there goes a couple of webs down, and now here we are. Gargoyles trying to go after all of these units. Mountain Giants in that frontline spot does have clubs, has a little bit of extra range. They are going to be able to taunt, and that is incredibly important as the red army now pushing through. 82 supply for Shocky, still in high upkeep, as we are looking at scrolls of healing being used right there. Death Knight needs to get a death coil heal. Where is his partner, as the Alchemist is still trying to stay alive here? Alchemist with a very large amount of armor, decent, up to 9 armor right now and 1100 hit points. That is actually very scary indeed, as the Priestess of the Moon still pushing through, wanting to get level 3 True Shot Aura. All right, constant impales back and forth. Death Knight, level 6 on the Shocker. Is he going to be able to back away down to 187 hit points? And he is still able to stay alive there. Anti-magic shell protecting him from that, well, Chimera damage. All right, we are looking at Frostworm's going in on the fight. Death Knight trying to hang back a little bit, and the anti-magic shell is really making a difference, making it difficult to really absorb or focus down with any sort of spells. All right, looking at all of that damage still, Chimera's pushing through 77 supply, and this battle is just... I'm waiting for some sort of indication of who's winning this battle here, as level 5 now on the Priestess of the Moon will give level 3 True Shot Aura, and that's going to be even higher damage indeed. Level 2 True Shot Aura hasn't been upgraded just as of yet. All right, that's a big damage bonus for all of your range units. You should really be going after that. Meanwhile, down to the south here, it looks like red is really starting to push through a bit more. There goes an Impale. Keeper of the Grove now coming down here. Are we going to perhaps see Tranquility? Well, there is a lot of Impales, as we are looking now at the Death Knight going to get taken down. No Impale coming in from the other army, and all of a sudden RT God is pushing through here absolutely brilliantly. All right, tipping point was not reached, as the Chimeras with their range able to do so much and so much. All right, continuing to push more and more. Chimeras able to push back the other side, and apparently Shocker and Lion ends up losing. RT God lives up to his name, able to carry the team here for the victory. And what a great game going back and forth. The Orbs of Venom, the Orb of Corruption on the Keeper of the Grove, coupled with the Alchemist's Acid Bomb, really opened up a lot more a lot more healing. And I hadn't noticed, but yeah, there was only a single Crypt Lord. It was only a single Crypt Lord, so the Death Knights were not actually able to heal each other at all, because there was only one Death Knight there. Too much feeding into Shocker. You can see the amount of resources just given to Shocker, when what he really needed was a partner who could actually support him. that ends up being the end right there. Shocker with the higher army, but well, if you look at the maximum supply of both armies, it was actually quite comparable. What, 146 compared to 145? And you'd rather have your teammate with an even sized army, as they can control a decent sized army. Yeah, can't win on money alone. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.